What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to selling on Amazon. So for today's video, I wanted to cover some of the areas on Amazon that most people just don't tend to talk about. There are quite a few Amazon FBA gurus that will talk about various topics about Amazon product research and various other things. However, there are also topics in my opinion that people do tend to shy away from.
That's not going to be good for business.
And at the end of the day guys, if you are starting to sell on Amazon, I personally think you need to get as much information as possible before you make that financial commitment. All of us now know that Amazon FBA is not easy, number one, and number two, it is quite financially heavy. You have to have some money up front. Unlike dropshipping, which you can start pretty much from scratch, or various other business models, with Amazon FBA you do need to put some money up front, whether that is £1,000, £2,000 or whatever. And therefore guys, it's really important that you know all the information associated with Amazon FBA to basically make sure you have the best possible chance of success. With that being said guys, if you are interested in selling on Amazon and you would like to get some additional support, some additional mentorship, and you really want to take this seriously, then please don't forget to check my website where I actually provide one-on-one mentorship either via Zoom calls or email to make sure you basically avoid all of those expensive mistakes that new sellers will make. Otherwise guys, if you're running on relatively low budget, which is absolutely fine, but you still want to use some of the business tools that I use to run my Amazon FBA business, please don't forget to check the links down for Helium 10 where you'll get 50% off, and that is the best product research tools that I could recommend. Awesome, the new e-commerce expert accountancy firm that I literally just signed up with, who are absolutely amazing and they know exactly what they're talking about when it comes to Amazon FBA. Or Tide, the perfect business bank account to start off your Amazon FBA business. Check the links down below and then let's get straight to the video. Alright guys, so the first things that most people don't really like to talk about and FBA gurus really try to shy away from is showing their profit. Now, majority of them will show you their sales. However, there are a couple of questions that I always have. Number one, are those sales real? Okay, because it's very easy in this day and age to create a screenshot just to give you some sort of social proof to make you look like an expert. Sometimes those FBA gurus don't actually even sell themselves and therefore are quite reluctant to provide any personal information. Now I understand some people on YouTube do sell and they sell quite well, and I know that they do. However, the reason why they don't provide sales estimates or profits is because they don't want to show their friends and family how much money they're making. However, at the end of the day, sales is something that is quite easy to manufacture. Let's say, for example, I start an Amazon FBA business with £100,000 in budget. Well, £10,000 in sales each and every single month is not that difficult to make. Now, whether or not I am making profit is a completely different story. So what's important to us is not the top line figure, it's not how much sales we make, it's not how much revenue we make, it's how much profit we make, it's how much we can take home and take it out of our business, or we can reinvest into new and better products. You may say, well Ben, you're not really speaking about profits yourself. Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is sales is very easy to show. At the end of the day, all we have to do is check on our business reports and I can actually show you very easily. And secondly, profits are quite difficult. You have to calculate storage costs, advertising costs, accountancy costs, and various other costs to actually figure out the net profit figure. And with that being said, I still do show my net profit figure around each and every single quarter because I think it is important to show you guys that this business model is still very viable and can be very profitable. And also guys, I have now been selling on Amazon for over 3 years. At the end of the day, if I have not been making any profit, I don't think I would have been able to scale my business from one product all the way up to 40 products. And there are plenty of videos to prove that that has been the case. Next up guys, Amazon FBA at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, is quite a dirty business. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, unlike opening up a restaurant where you have to adhere by various food standards, or opening up a finance firm where there's various regulations that you have to stick to by law each and every single day, Amazon FBA, in my opinion, is still pretty much like the wild, wild west.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Now, Amazon will put onto their website that they do enforce their rules and regulations very strictly. However, the fact of the matter is you can still get away with avoiding these rules and regulations quite substantially. There are numerous cases of sellers basically using various services to increase their review count, positive review count, potentially reduce their prices to potentially kick out the competition out of a particular niche, or even worse, paying people to provide you, the competitor, of loads of negative reviews, therefore completely crushing your business. These things still happen on Amazon FBA in 2021, and in my opinion, this is something new sellers should be very, very wary about, because at the end of the day, it is not a level playing field. People with bigger budgets and with multiple accounts and that have been selling for quite some time are very aware of these strategies, and in most cases, well, in some cases, depending on the niche that you'll be selling in, will be using these strategies against you. Now, what I do help with my students is there are very many ways of potentially fighting these things off, of people jumping onto your listing, of people flooding you with negative reviews, and so on. However, don't expect Amazon to be too helpful. Today, what Amazon cares, in my opinion, is that there's more and more customers going onto their platform each and every single day and making them money. And the last thing most people don't talk about, and this is the truth, guys, is that most people will fail on Amazon or end up not even starting. From my own experience, having now spoken to so many people that were initially interested in selling on Amazon, will eventually either not start selling or potentially fail at the very, very beginning. What they do realize is, number one, there is a lot more work to go into Amazon than what it sounds on the tin, okay? It's not just very easily pick any product from China and sell on Amazon the next month. There is so much to learn and so much work to be put in. Secondly, a lot of people don't understand how much money you have to outlay in the very beginning. It's not just the product bought and then sold on Amazon. You have to pay for advertising, you have to pay for Amazon fees, you have to pay for their storage, you may have to pay for an additional support such as a mentorship or a course. There is so much money you have to outlay in the very beginning to get your Amazon FBA business off the ground. And last but not least, some people just get completely afraid and run away because they don't have any experience of running a business, and they're not the natural risk taker that you need to be in order to run a successful business. They feel that working 9 to 5 and getting a safe income is just a much better solution than potentially risking your hard-earned money and sometimes your life savings to better your lifestyle in the long term. Quite a lot of people, in my personal opinion, just don't seem to be the entrepreneurial type. A lot of them just don't want to take that necessary risk, that necessary jump you have to make in order to make your Amazon FBA business. And therefore they go back to what they're comfortable with, their comfort zone, and will continue doing what they have been doing for the next few years because that is what they're happy with. With that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.